Hey, what's going on guys? This is Apparel. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to flip the chip on your Specialized Stumpjumper model that's been made since 2021 and later. So if you're not familiar with what the flip chip is on a Stumpjumper, there is a chip right here that you can flip in a different direction, and what it's going to do is it's going to raise your bottom bracket height by about 7 millimeters, and it's also going to shorten your chainstay length by about 4 millimeters, and it will also steepen your head tube angle by 0.5 inches. So all Specialized Stumpjumpers, they do come with the chip in a low configuration. So if you want to do it, what you're going to have to do, I'm going to show you this in today's video. We're going to have to take off the back wheel, and then we're going to take out this chip here. We're going to turn it around, and we're going to put it back together. And one thing that's important to remember is this chip is on both sides, so we're going to have to do this on both sides on this horse pivot. That's this part, that's what this is called. So one thing I would highly recommend, and it's in the manual, is you're going to need to torque this to 10 newton meters. So you will need a torque wrench. Hopefully you have this tool. If not, you know, I just picked this up on Amazon. I didn't have a torque wrench. It's highly recommended that you have one for any kind of mountain bike maintenance, as this part here, I believe it does move, so it's important to not over tighten it and not make it too loose either so it comes apart. So the very first thing I did is I took out my axle and I took off the back wheel. So we're going to put that aside. And one tip on taking off your back wheel is, if you have the SRAM drivetrain, there's a button right here that you can click to lock your gear into this position. So it's going to keep the chain loose, and it's going to help you remove your back wheel and also put it back when you need it. So next step, I'm going to actually go ahead and take off these bolts right here. I'm going to show you what they look like once that's off. Alright, so I just took off the bolts on both sides, as you can see. Now I'm going to show you really quick what I mean by flipping this bolt. So the bolt actually came in this position, as you can see. The bolt hole is further away. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this around now, and we're going to put it in this configuration. So the idea is that it's going to change the positioning here. So let's get that put back together. Alright, so this side is all torqued up. Let's check this side. And like I said, the specs are, you want to put it to 10 newton meters. Good. So one thing that's super important, and this is actually stressed in the manual, is you want to make sure that the configuration of both sides is the same. You don't want like one side high and one side low. Right now I double checked, both sides are now in a high configuration. What happens is, if you leave one in low configuration and one in high, you will actually end up damaging your frame and your suspension, and yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. So before you put the wheel back, double triple check that both sides have been swapped to the same configuration, whether it's low or high. You definitely want both sides in the same setup. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put the wheel back. All right, so the wheel's back in place. I've tightened the axle, and now the only thing that's remains now, and like I showed you, there is a release button here. All right, now, well, everything's assembled, and I just rode my bike to test it really quick. It's honestly not immediately noticeable that the bottom bracket's raised by 7 millimeters, but my main reason for doing it was to raise the pedals slightly, because, you know, the bottom bracket is being raised by 7 millimeters, so will be the pedals. So in theory, you'll be getting less pedal strikes, and that's been my main issue. I've been hitting a lot of rocks and roots. Hopefully this is going to help. I also got a chain Bashguard, as you can see, which I've been clipping on some stuff, so it is protecting the chain, but I've also been catching on stuff. So now that it's raised, I'm hoping to be catching less trail features on my bike. And I'll let you know my ride impressions after I test this on the trails to see how it changes the bike's performance. I don't think it's going to be that dramatic, to be honest, but yeah, we'll see. Well, alright guys, if you found today's video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot more mountain biking content coming your way, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.